Okay, part of this video is just going to be me replying to angry Ophirians. Just telling you when that's going to happen. You can just stop watching the video. Some of you want to sit for the train wreck, you can watch it, and as usual, I'm using the shortest comments and or combinations of them to make it to where it takes up the least amount of time. So here we go. Marijuana from time immemorial is a sacred plant only demonized by the first FBI director because it was used by black people. For your information. Counterpoint, there's an entire history of this material existing, but it's not sacred. In fact, the actual origin for why marijuana got strengthened during a specific period of time has nothing to do with marijuana itself, or more accurately, cannabis. It's called cannabis. Why are you using the white man word? It's called cannabis, or hemp. Cannabis was a material that was prescribed and used in mass, just sort of like cocaine was originally at one time, from a long time before. But it's not sacred. Not really. And no, it does not cure cancer. And your objection to you posting this has more to do with that than anything else. Marijuana was banned by the first director FBI because he's a racist. Because in his time, only the blacks used it for the religious purposes. Blacks did not use it for a religious purpose. It's not blacks. You're talking about a different group of people. But this is something you can go look up. I mean, it's really easily looked up. Or I'm wrong. And you can tell me I'm wrong by pointing out the time and date stamp it first became illegal, and the time and date stamp it was included in the first medicines that were under copyright or patent and or advertising. Do you want to do that, or do I have to do the video? Now, the person posting this, again, marijuana does not cure cancer, neither does cannabis, and the same thing. Okay, next, as the shouty, screamy, drunk scrags keep going. Plausible deniability. Somebody just posted that, and it's like, with a question mark. Now, yeah, that's an expression used by people who are bullshitting. I'm talking about bullshitters. Who authorized the cremation of Paddock's body? To be blunt, that is actually a sticking point I'm kind of curious about, but the fact is that he was dead. I don't really care. I'd like them to revive him and light him on fire. But anyway, do you know if Rick DeVerona in Las Vegas shooting case, who is he? I couldn't find any reference anywhere to that, so you might have spelled it wrong, or it might be a different name in some part. Both Rick DeVerona and Rick DeVerona and a couple of other names came up when I tried to find it, but I couldn't find that specific spelling, so I need to get a link for that. Sounds really familiar, and I'm pretty sure I covered it in a video, but I can't find it. And I looked through my other videos, so I'm probably just screwing up here. So RFIC. Don't video it, but want an answer. That's why I do videos. Sometimes I can't get an answer. I don't have the ability to. I'm sorry. I have limitations. I'm not, not perfect. Okay, flat Earth model can be debunked by the crescent moon. Tell them make a model of the moon and the sun, see if they can make a crescent moon but it will always be a half moon. Okay. Next, religion is racism. Settler colonialism is an adjunct of Christianity. Christians are #1 in mass murder by historical studies. Pray, the prey dies. Christian says, I'll pray for you. I always thought the word pray was kind of interesting, like predator, but okay. Every religion, I think, is guilty of this, but okay. Next, this one is me just looking up something, and this is the useful part of the video, I guess. Again, this is mostly for the Ophirians that won't shut the hell up and go away and go play in the street, go play in traffic. The God Culture channel have millions of subscribers. Don't use the name of God in vain, but they did. They named a YouTube channel the God Culture, and you're not telling them not to use the name God in vain. They're doing it for sales purposes. Ophir exists, we've existed for millennia. You are just a speck in our existence. So basically, me being a white boy again, it means that I'm less than human, blah blah blah, and you're superhuman and blah blah blah. Okay, that's fine. Anyway, the God Culture YouTube channel has 0 subscribers. They chose to hide the number of subscribers they have. They did it from the start. From the beginning of that YouTube channel, they have avoided acknowledging how few people go there. All they'd have to do is open up the subscriber count so you know how many subscribers there are. No, there is no reason to hide it unless they're trying to hide the fact that they're not that popular. So we can do something really simple. 2 years ago, over 2 years, they have 437,000 views on one video. That's the largest view count over a 2-year period of time. Okay, that's 1 million. Excuse me, 1 year, that's 200,000. We're going to round it down. And if that's 1 year, 200,000, that's 6 months is 100,000. And, well, I guess we have to say for a season, it's 50,000 views. On a YouTube channel I had 50,000 views on a video, and the channel's gone. YouTube, that caught YouTube's attention, and they took it down, the whole channel. I had 50,000 views in 1 week. Okay, and they've done that too. But that's pretty much average. But that does not include millions of subscribers. They don't have millions of subscribers, so why would you say that? How about we do something else? On one of their video average, it's 2,000 views a month. That does not indicate millions of subscribers. That's the average view in a month, is 2,000 views. So the God Culture YouTube channel does not have millions of viewers. It has 5 million views total. That would mean it would have 5 views per user, or 1 view per user. So it's not millions of subscribers. Usually the number of views you have does not correlate with the number of subscribers very well, but it can be kind of estimated. And per video, I have like 500 viewers, and I get 50 views on each video. So them getting an average on, let's say an average of 2,000 views a month. That works out to them having 20,000 subscribers. That's the usual metric you use. It's a pretty easy thumbnail. And all they'd have to do to prove they have millions of subscribers is stop hiding the number of subscribers they have. No, showing the number of subscribers does not expose the people to being identified. It means they're hiding the subscriber count. So, of course, they can claim any number they want to. Look up how many people are subscribed to PewDiePie and then tell me, what, millions of subscribers? And again, your statement, they have millions of subscribers. No, they have 500,000 views on one video after 2 years of it sitting there, and that's the biggest viewer. So anyway, next. I have questions. Okay. Ophir, according to my perceptions and a bit studies about it, the description of Ophir is the land of gold and good gold, where the golds, if Philippines is Ophir, I want evidence maybe Australia is Ophir because there's a lot of gold there. Actually, this is kind of busted up, and again, I'm sorry about this, and I'm not going to be insulting to this person. Find where the gold deposits are, and find one that had a lot of gold deposits that were ransacked, if you're claiming it was an area that was ransacked. Or look for an area with a lot of trace gold amounts from tailings from a mine. That would be where your gold of Ophir was, or King Solomon's mines were. Mines, if they're found at all, get mined. You don't just sit on them. You take the gold out of the ground, otherwise it's worthless, except as a storehouse. And at that point, what you do is you take out the gold, you refine it, and then put it back into the mine and seal it up. And don't tell anybody where the mine is. Or find a mine that is known to be completely empty and never had any gold in it, and hide it in there and then bury the hole. I mean, I don't know if any of you know this, but this is actually some stuff that people have done in the past. But yeah, I like this person because, you know, where are the largest gold deposits and why? Now, the why is really hard to figure out. But you can look up Geology of Precious Metals, 1950s, and another one, 1978, something with a similar title. I can't find it right now, but I'll try to find it. And it basically tells you how to look for gold, and when you're mining, you have to know what you're doing to find it. So you might want to talk to some people who actually mine gold. You might actually be able to find it. And now we get on to this is the Ophirian anger management moment, but let me get this one. Let me do this marathonish thing. You're making a fool out of yourselves. You can't even back your claims on your videos. You make no sense whatsoever. You're just looking for attention because you knew yourself that you have no any good talent or credential at all, but only your seemingly pretentious genius, you misspelled genius, mouth, not the brain, because you're the opposite of it. Fool and stupid. Just looking at your face in the video is disgusting. Yak. Yuck, not yak. It's the letter we're on. The U is in the middle of the keep. It doesn't matter. Fuck it. Anyway, be sure to bless me when you're done yelling at me. What an ugly face. Godless. You are a Baal worshiper. Godless. You are a Baal worshiper. Ask your spank, I will. Anyway, you're only talk of bull. And then you hit a bunch of dots. Shit. Saying God does not exist. Yahweh. Yahweh doesn't. You know. Prove your contentions, as did the God Culture channel that took the name of God's name in vain. Perhaps some will believe you. I did. You're not going to believe me. You're conditioned not to. And you guys even believe that they have millions of subscribers when they hide their subscriber count. And they always have. The Social Blade page will show whether or not you have a high count at one point or another, and if you hide it, I did this as an experiment. It updates that it isn't getting a subscriber count, but it leaves the old subscriber count up. I have a channel that died, and it still lists the number of subscribers on it. It proves that I had a channel that had X number of subscribers and had a video with 5,000 or 50,000 views on it, which is not a big deal these days. I mean, it's 50,000. I have a 13,000 view video or something like that somewhere. Next. Ha ha ha. Here we go again with the triple ha. You're out of your mind, dude. Triple ha. This was the attitude of a loser person. Why are you crying, baby? So what you fear and what you use as ammunition in an argument is accusing someone of being a crybaby. Triple ha. So anyway, why don't you do a... Anyway. So you are confused shit that you are an idiot. You misspelled idiot. Triple ha. But the father of reading. We already have Baban even before the Spaniards came. Yes, I know that. That was what everybody knows about. It's part of your history. No shit. And before the Spaniards exist, water happened. It's whatever. And Filipinos are not illiterate and poor. You people are really challenging my perception of that. Like one guy said, I never thought these people were stupid until I saw these comments. The screwed up part is, I've given up archiving them. I don't want to prove that people... You don't represent Philippines. Filipinos, their history, their culture. You don't represent shit. Well, maybe you do. Anyway, Filipinos are not illiterate and poor. No, you're not poor. We had lots of gold and have our own language. Your current language is actually mutated from several different languages pushed together, just like the United States has American rather than English. Versosa just smeared our country's history. Versosa. Okay. And then someone says, Momosaya. Okay. Why don't you make your own popularity, man? Don't use God cultures for you to become famous. I'm not. I don't want to do any more of your videos you keep wanting me to do. And then we got somebody citing King James Bible, Daniel chapter 2. How can it be that everything in Daniel has passed or has happened? It didn't happen. It failed. The predictions from the Bible didn't come true. They weren't for long-term 2,000 years down the line on exactly the year 2000 whatever or whatever. No. They were in the near future. People did not predict things thousands of years ahead by their own acknowledgement at the time. You have to look at all the other works that were done at the same time. That's not how they worked. They made predictions that would happen just outside of the lifespan if they didn't want to be caught being wrong, or make predictions in the near future if they knew it was going to happen. They did not make predictions generations forward unless they said they were using it for generations to come, and the number, and usually it was a rounded off number like a dozen or 10 or something like that. You don't understand how this works, do you? How can it be a 25,000-year-old prophecy is revealed in this time and in history? They just made it up? Yes, that is actually true. And again, it didn't happen. Or it happened in some other way, and you can attribute it to that. Everybody's claimed in every century that all of these things have come true. I'm going to leave the rest of this below. It's actually a reasonably good description of the subject. I like this. But the fact is you're presuming that it's supposed to happen any day now, when it has never. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.